Well, that is the end of the week, y'all, and my biggest, well, second biggest day of the month. Wow, what a day. And so I traded quite a few things today. I traded about 10 stocks today. I'm going to break down what is working best and how am I catching these things. The UPR today was outstanding. Crazy opportunities on this after the open. Overall, just an awesome way to end off the week. And man, this new PDT market is like, it's out of this world. The amount of opportunities we've been seeing, the amount of liquidity in the market is insane. The more liquidity we have, the more money we can make. Well, that was the case. I'm going to go ahead and break down every single trade from this morning, and we have a lot to dive into. And when I say a lot, I probably have 20 plus trades today. I'm going to go through every single one and talk about every single setup. Now, as you know, I started trading some pre-market this week, and I'll tell you, it's a bit of like for me, I used to trade pre-market back, in the days of the crazy hot markets, 2020, 21, 2022. And I started just focusing on the open for a while. And that's really all I've done. And that's where I built my edge around is trading 9:30 to about 10:30. That's what I've loved to do. And pre-market has been pretty fruitful lately. So I said, you know what, let's try to dabble a little bit. And today was one of those days where I came in, traded really well in pre-market, and had some cushion going into market open of about 3.5 R going into the bell that I could, of course, use some cushion to build up my day to where I eventually got to a 13.5 hour day today. Super, super happy. And we see a bunch of these stocks popping up on the scanner. And that's the thing about pre-market. You've got to be very selective because these stocks can be very pop and drop. This thing starts moving at 726 and it's done by 738. I mean, it's back to where it came from. So, of course, makes the first move to the upside. We pull back and I take the 10-second pullback. I'll show you here on the 10-second chart. And so I snagged the pullback. You can see as we start to break back over VWAP. Mind you, I didn't get quite as I probably should have. You can see I punched the break of VWAP, but it was so thin that as we reject, I just go ahead and take the rest out. Maybe should have left some in, but in any case. Then I add back on the pullback over VWAP. You can see we break up higher, pulls back off VWAP, and I add back at 310 for the breakup through the high of day. And I do get the move back to about 330. Again, it's super thin, but still got the move. Pulls back again. I add back off the 9 EMA at 328 for the squeeze back off this previous high where we're trying to hold off of. And again, I get the move from, back to about 350s. Cool. Then, all said and done, it puts in place this topping tail off the high. That's when I'm done with it. But overall, this thing was awesome. So JEM, super thin and, too aggressive with it. But either way, it was still pretty nice. Then we have AZI. Pre-market blitz here. I mean, look at this. The next one. Makes his first move, never really pulls back or consolidates until we finally start to do that around 734. And you can see we begin to consolidate, gets in place this wick off of VWAP and the 9 EMA. As we start to break out higher, I punch it for the break to the high of day, and I get it from, 256. I try to give it a chance to curl off the 9 EMA for the next leg higher. And you can see here, I ended up taking the full exit there above my entry with the last quarter. Oh, that was it. So again, nice play on AZI. So it's nice. GMM, I have a whole lot on. I've got these little scalps through here that just didn't really want to get going. You can see here, I kept on trying to scalp these pullbacks. And it was just, nothing much to talk about there. But then we've got DSY, which I'm pretty happy with. Mind you, I didn't get as aggressive as I should have. This was my first trade of the morning today. And again, I didn't get as aggressive as I should have. It sucks. But after yesterday, where everything was so pop and drop, I didn't trust it as much as I should have. And mind you, I made a lot more money on this. So we again have this first move to the upside. Massive move. Pulls back and retests the VWAP. This is where I take my position, risking off the 9 EMA as buyers step back in. So I'm in there at 590, risking 570, 20 cents of risk, and I get the next dollar a share. You can see I play it here from 590 back to 670, 680. Well, it pulls back off the 9 of VWAP. I should have added here for the break back to new highs. I did, and I sold the rest for a profit, and I was done. So I'm a little bit about that. I'm playing the pullback here as well from 7 back to 780. So, I caught the second leg, but I should have got more aggressive here. I left a lot of money on the table. It is what it is. And then I just took a lot of base hits throughout here, and I just, get to break up through its highs. You can see here a lot of scalps. It just wasn't going. So, with this, don't get me wrong, the trades through here were good, but I left a lot of money on the table. So, again, it's all about like I've been the last few days. Let that first move happen. Wait for those pullbacks to confirm. That way you have some defined risk, right, for that next leg higher. And I'm still trying to get a feel for pre-market. You can still tell I'm not 100% at my best game in pre-market yet. This is my 4th day trading pre-market in years. So this is taking some adjustment, but I'm getting there, right? Definitely getting there. And you can see where we have these stocks that have a lot more liquidity and a lot more structure. Like everything else I've shown you so far, it was, a lot of structure behind the move, a lot of those quick pops where you're looking for the first pullback. A lot different on these, and I'll show you on BYAH from last night's free watch list. I traded this really well today, and the reason why is we actually have structure and a lot of liquidity. And so that's the real difference maker is I have a lot more conviction to trade something like this, and I've got about 5 wins on this today and played it I mean, like Picasso, you look at a perfect chart, perfect execution, toot my own horn a little bit. This is perfect. Like I just so well today because we had, again, liquidity, structure. I mean, this was awesome, right? Otherwise, you're trying to take these micro pullbacks on these instant Chinese poppers. It's hard to have conviction. So I did well on them, but did I make as much as I should have? Probably not. But BYAH, I did trade very, very well. What we have happened here, take a look. We have these lower highs, which I'm looking for a break to the upside out of. Well, we actually do start to break out on volume here after 825. And so I start looking for 1-minute pullbacks for the retest of VWAP, right? Because we had range back to VWAP. Now, with that being said, I took the first pullback there at 265, risking top of these candles here off of, what is this, 255? 255, 10 cents of risk, and ultimately get a range, get the range back to 3. So, 265 entry back to 3, I've got about 30 cents of reward, risking about 10 cents. As we get breaking up higher, I get my stop loss raised to entry. Next candle forms and breaks higher, stop loss gets raised to 270, and we just trail prior bar low. We reject off of VWAP. You can see with the topping tail here over VWAP, it grabs liquidity, pulls back off the 90 MA where I then add back for the next move higher. And again, works out beautifully. And again, risking off the 20 moving average, off those pullbacks as buyers show back up. Nailed that for the next leg from 275 all the way over VWAP to 305. As this candle closes back over VWAP, what I know is that we have sellers here, which creates an area of supply. So as price pulls back, I add back for the break higher. I get that move again. You can see I took it there again from 302 to 320, and then again from 302 to 320. Now, as it puts in place this tail over this previous high, I'm out of it. I'm done with it. And that's it. So this is gorgeous. I love that execution. Try to get aggressive here for the squeeze into the halt over the high of day. I got the move to 360s from a 340 entry. But with the high, failed the halt band, ended up selling the rest beneath my entry for a very small play. It tried to lock into the halt at 364, but it just couldn't do it. And it locked in for a second, and then boom, it failed. So, and that's pretty much how pre-market went. Now, going into the open is where CUPR started to kick off. And I tried to get locked up into this first halt. I didn't like where I got filled, so I got out of it. And that was overall a break-even play. And what happens is, well, I'm watching for these flat top highs to get taken out. So, and I know there's so many trades I'm going through, so that's why I'm trying to go a little bit quicker because I want to go through everything without making you guys sit here for 30 minutes. So we have these, again, tails off the high from pre-market. We halt up into those levels. We resume, tails off the high again. I'm looking for the break of these flat top highs. So we break over the highs. I take the first pullback, and just like that, I get it from 539 to 580. I just snagged that the 4-minute pullback. Then it pulls back again, where I've just confirmed that we found buyers off of the 9 EMA. Pulls back again, gets bought back up. As soon as this candle starts to pull back away, I take the entry again, risking off of this low for that next leg higher and get it from 550 all the way. Of course, as we break over, look at this. As we start to break back up higher, stop loss gets raised to this candle's low. By that point is risk-free, and I got to move to 650. Left some money on the table, ends up hitting a high of 750, but nonetheless, still played it very well. Then it begins to consolidate through this range. As you see here, breaks this tightening wedge. I punch it again for the break back to the high of day to retest this area of liquidity. And you can see I took it here from 7, got some trim to 735, added back at 7, and get the move all the way to about 780, where I then added back at 760 for the pop back to 780. Now, I tried to scalp some pullbacks through here off the 90 MA a few times, and I just realized it's not going. You can see I've got a bunch of little penny flips, very small. It just wasn't getting going. So that was that too. This, although one of the most profitable stocks that I've had today outside of BYAH, and you'll see another one that we have too on Mask, which I did very well on. This was very good. But again, once the move is done, just stop trading it, right? And once this got so tight in this range too through here, right, the longer it trades in this range, the tighter the range gets, right? So as it rejected here, I was just like, you know what, I'm done with it. So walked away from that. And it's all about being in the driver's seat too. On stuff like this, where you're trying to like force break the highs like here and here, if it doesn't happen, just get out. A quick squeeze higher, and if it doesn't happen, I don't care. I'm out of the trade. So again, did very well on that. And then we've got Mask, which was my last trade of the morning, and did very well on this. Take a look. This was good. Now, this was a pre-market mover. We put in place these highs off of VWAP back in pre-market, so I know we have to clear those highs. But we have range back to pre-market highs towards 330 and 380. And so we zoom on in, and I'm taking little pullbacks. It's a lot easier to see on a 10-second chart, which I'll show you in a minute. But we have this first move, 1, 2, 3 candles over VWAP. Next candle pulls back, and I punch it for the break of the high, back to pre-market highs, risking off of the 9 EMA range down here. So again, I'm in at 305, wanting to see 3 hold for the break higher, and cool beans. But look at this here on the 10-second chart. You might see it a little bit easier. Here we go. So you can see here, putting in place these bottoming tails on the 10-second chart down here off of 302. I hit it there at 304 for the break higher, and you can see I get that move here from 304 all the way to 329, where I took a full exit after rejecting off the high. Now going back to the 1-minute chart, as we then pull back off of the 9 EMA, I then add back, here we are. I then add back here at, 309, risking off the low, underneath 3 for the range back to highs again, and again I get that move back up into that 329 high, where I then took a full exit on rejection. Now, I did try it one more time. Mind you, I thought we were going to get that move back up in top of its range, and we didn't. We didn't get it. So ended up cutting that. You can see here, 297 entry. Unfortunately, it tried to go, but it failed to. So it is what it is. Traded today. I know there was a lot. That was like a speed run through everything that I traded. But moral of the story is what's working. You've got to be able to get aggressive in this market, because in pre-market, for example, if you're not catching the first move, you're not catching anything. DSY. If you hadn't caught this first leg, all through here, you're getting chopped up. So able to catch it from 5.7 to 6.8, and then from 7.20 to 7.80s. Without that, I would have been getting chopped around. So you've got to capitalize. So you got to capitalize on that first move. Thankfully, after open, there's a bit more structure. And, like BYAH, at least able to get pretty aggressive on that and over and over and over. And, fruitful for sure. So, that's what's working. You got to trade what's there. And if you miss it, just move on to the next one. I can tell you, as you can see, there's no shortage of opportunities. Y'all have been awesome this week, it looks like. And, today was so much fun. So looking forward to hopefully a good next week. This week was awesome. One of the best days of the year. And all that being said, I will see you back Monday. Let me know in the comments, too, how you traded this week. Hopefully you did pretty well, stuck to your rules. Very easy to break those rules this week with all the opportunities. Easy to have that FOMO, but don't do that. Stop yourself. Never worth it. Never worth chasing. Never worth bag holding, so don't do it. And make sure to lock in your 7-day free trial to trade with me in real time Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern, until about 11 a.m. Eastern. So lock it in. I'll see you there. And be safe, be smart, be responsible. Don't go chasing that SpaceX IPO. And I will see you guys next week.